So this is a bug report that I meant to do a while ago, but I didn't get around to it. Now, I'm just going to pause it as soon as the bug occurs. This is a standard attack, let's say. And now you can see there are 3 knights in the keep right now. So you got the 3 knights in the keep come out. Now I think it is to be presumed that the player who owns this castle has their knights fully researched, or their Sally Forth research maxed. So we're expecting a total of 10 knights to Sally Forth. But even if 10 don't, we still have 3 right here in the keep. So I'm just going to resume this attack, and you'll probably notice the knights aren't doing anything at all. They're just standing in the keep. And knights have a rather bugged history, because I've seen them get stuck on both armored peasant tunnels and catapults. So they seem to be a rather finicky thing, but this has nothing to do with the knights themselves. It is caused by the lack of an exit from this castle, an unobstructed exit. And this obstruction is caused by the woods on the upper left side of the village. Now, you might be wondering, why would that be possible? Or how would a player come about creating such a bug to happen? Because the game itself prevents you from walling your castle in when you're building it. So you would think that would not be ever a problem. But the thing is that players can actually convert their villages if a certain set of prerequisite conditions are met. And those conditions are generally only a time constriction. If you have recently captured the village, there will be a delay, a limit on how long before you can convert it. So in my opinion, the ideal solution here would be for the game to run a check around the perimeter of the village to make sure that the village type you want to convert your village into actually will retain an unobstructed path from the keep. I hate really speculating on the difficulties of programming something, but the check already exists. If you think about it, the game already knows whether or not the path to the keep is obstructed. It can tell if there is a gatehouse, for example. So there is some very basic logic at least there. So you would think it would be easy enough to have the game run a check when you want to convert your village to a type that might have a feature on the map for the castle that obstructs a side of the castle. And there are currently a few of them. The forest, like what you see right here, and there's the highland, which really doesn't obstruct much of the map, and then of course there is the mountain peak. So you have several map types that allow obstruction of the castle through some sort of map feature. So if you want to prevent the knights from getting stuck in the keep in this way, the game should check when you're trying to convert your village to that type. It should check to see if the path is unobstructed or not before it allows you to do that. And if the path is obstructed, the game should throw up a warning to prevent this from happening. That would be the ideal solution, in my humble opinion. But that is not what has happened here. If the knights are trapped in the keep, if you don't have a force that is set up strong enough to take the village, they could have up to 10 free captains essentially in their keep. That could provide you with a decent enough advantage to hold out against an attack. So it is a very real bug, and I'm not sure exactly how pervasive or how unbalanced it would be if players started leveraging this. I don't think there's a very real chance of it, because you would have to convert your village type if anyone ever opened up a path to the keep. So in this case, you've been attacked here, and your keep has been breached, essentially, because you have a path that's going directly to the keep that the advancing army can take advantage of. So once that would happen, to revert the village to a state where the knights would be trapped in the keep, it would require you to actually convert your village all over again, which for most players isn't very practical. So I believe the potential abuse of this is going to be quite limited, because it is more of a thing that would happen unintentionally than something that you could actually leverage in a day-to-day sort of sense. It is possible, if they didn't send maybe archer clears, or they didn't use any captain tactics to speak of, and no catapults, it is quite possible that those 10 knights would actually be able to hold out against an onslaught like this. So yes, this is the knights getting stuck in the keep bug brought on by a map obstruction blocking the normal exit to the castle. I don't believe it is much of a problem. I believe it is a problem, though, that Firefly could look at. From my perspective, I would assume the easiest way to prevent this would have the game simply run a check and disable the ability to convert or it would throw up an error pop-up. I would mention the fact that your village is ineligible for conversion because there is currently a map feature that will block your existing exit from the keep. So that's pretty much my thoughts on that bug. Name it what you will. I believe this is going up as bug number 3. So there you have it. As always, thanks for watching, and I do hope to see you next time.